Driving is the world's biggest killer. 1 million people die in road accidents every year. It's also BP's biggest problem area. Since the BP-Amoco merger, accidents involving BP vehicles have resulted in over 40 deaths a year. Over 3/4 of those deaths arose from incidents involving heavy vehicles, tankers, construction trucks, and even buses. Rollovers continue to be a major problem.
As I started to turn, the truck started to tip over. And I couldn't believe it. The first thing I did was try to put on the brakes to stop it and then try to lean back, thinking that in my mind I could straighten it out, and it just went down real fast, and it just slammed right into the, not the ground, but the street, the road. It caught me off guard by surprise. I have never been in a rollover accident. I knew that there was no way I was going to straighten this out, and it was going to go down. All those things that in the safety meetings that you've been taught to get enough sleep, not to have any stress, to let things go, it can be told to you dozens of times, but you have to apply it. And I feel that from now on I'll apply it even more so, because that's a lot of responsibility. It's my job, and I have to do it.
Even if no one is badly hurt, there's traffic disruption and the potential for a fire or pollution from a spill. Excess speed is always the issue here. But half of all BP's driving accidents happen at low speed whilst manoeuvring. So if there's room for improvement, how will the golden rules make a difference?
This golden rule is probably the most important, or in fact I will say is the most important, because it affects all of us as road users. It affects all of us actually, not only in our working lives, but also in our private lives. And not only does it affect us, it actually affects our families as well. If we really believe in no accidents, no harm to people, and no damage to the environment, which I'm sure we all do, then as you will have seen from the statistics, road accidents are a major concern for BP. And if we target that, then we can make a real difference.
The golden rule on driving safety applies to all types of vehicles, including self-propelled mobile plant. So if you drive anything for BP, you need to know the golden rule and to follow it. First of all, you mustn't use a vehicle unless it's fit for the purpose it's going to be used for. It's been inspected and confirmed to be in safe working order. Is your vehicle checked and safe for your job? If you've got doubts, you must refuse to drive it. The number of passengers you carry mustn't exceed the manufacturer's design specification. Your load must be secured and mustn't exceed the manufacturer's design or legal limits. Seat belts must be installed in the vehicle and worn by everyone. Do you always wear your seat belt, even for the shortest journeys? Not using a seat belt means that if you're involved in an accident, you're 11 times more likely to be killed. Safety helmets must be worn by riders and passengers of motorbikes, bicycles, quads, snowmobiles, and similar vehicles. The golden rule also covers who can drive and when. Drivers can't be authorized to operate a vehicle unless they're trained, like these drivers experiencing a vehicle skid under controlled conditions. They also need to be certified and medically fit to operate that class of vehicle. Drivers mustn't be under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
You road, Dad?
Yeah, no worries.
We're kind of across the highway at Ferguson's Road.
And drivers should not be suffering from fatigue. Have you ever felt yourself falling asleep at the wheel? Or have you fallen asleep at the wheel? 30% of major incidents on the road involve fatigue. A driver's behaviour when tired is similar to when they're drunk. They lack control and they wander across the road. If you're tired, take a nap of at least 15 minutes. You mustn't use handheld cell phones and two-way radios while driving. The best rule is that while you're driving, your phone should be switched off. The latest road research shows that using a mobile phone makes your reaction slower than if you're drunk. Is it really necessary for your business that drivers have phones turned on?
This is the minimum package for road safety. If you want to learn more about road safety, then please have a look at the road safety website, or in fact get in contact with the road safety leadership team. I think it would be a really good idea if people could have a conversation around road safety, about how they drive, how they operate, the condition of their vehicles and the environment that you are operating in. Just ask yourself, how would you feel if a member of your family was seriously injured or killed in a road accident and the driver of that vehicle had fallen asleep at the wheel or was using a mobile phone, or the vehicle he was driving was just unsafe?
With us, we'll just have a chat to you for a second. She's okay. No, mate. I've got to go.
And how would you feel if you were that driver?
I can't get it out of my head. I killed somebody.